The president talked about tariffs today, and some didn't hear total clarity here. But let's play 105, number 5 and number 6 back to back, please.
Today you mentioned short-lived product exemptions. Which specific products are you considering, and how long is short-lived? Weeks, months?
I'm looking at something to help some of the car companies where they're switching to parts that were made in Canada, Mexico, and other places, and they need a little bit of time because they're going to make them here, but they need a little bit of time. So I'm talking about things like that.
What about any Apple products, other cell phones?
Look, I'm a very flexible person. I don't change my mind, but I'm flexible. And you have to be. You just can't have a wall and you'll only go. No, sometimes you have to go around it, under it, or above it. There'll be maybe things coming up. I speak to Tim Cook. I helped Tim Cook recently, and that whole business. I don't want to hurt anybody, but the end result is we're going to get to the position of greatness for our country. We're the greatest economic power in the world if we're smart. If we're not smart, we're going to hurt our country very badly. We're doing it because we want to make our own drugs. We're doing it because we want to make our own steel and aluminum, lumber, other things. And they're all coming in. We have record numbers, $7 trillion. Since I announced, like a month and a half ago, since I came in, we have over $7 trillion being invested in the country. We didn't have $1 trillion. We didn't have $500 billion for some of these guys. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. So we have the largest investment that we've ever heard of, and we're only 2 months in. And that'll continue at levels that you've never seen before. It's going to happen.
All right. Again, welcome to Matt. Thank you for joining. And Eric, thank you for joining. Eric, from your point of view, what's going well with the president's tariff policy and what's going not well?
I'll start with the not well. I think the not well is it's really unclear today what the goal is or what the goals are. So you hear a variety of things of we want to bring all the jobs back to the U.S. We want to make things in the U.S. We also hear on top of that, we want to use this as a revenue generator. We want to use this as sort of a deleveraging event. Those, in some cases, could be contradictory. In some cases, solving for one of those may not solve for the other. So I think the market is sort of struggling with what are we solving for and over what time frame. On the going well part, I think it seems certainly the last few days have clearly indicated that Trump is listening to constituents. So the auto manufacturers are saying, hey, we have a real problem if you're going to block all those parts. We won't be able to make any cars. And then we already saw the pullback on smartphones, computers. Again, something that will impact a lot of Americans if those are not able to be imported. So by giving some relief on that, I think that's certainly a positive. The market liked that today. It reacted well to it. Again, you go back to, but no duration is given. So you're really struggling here on, okay, reprieve for how long and on what? And are we sort of now isolated the sort of the what and the how long? And so I think we're going to continue to see lots and lots of market gyrations as people are just trying to read tea leaves, which is a really hard way to either run the economy or run businesses.
Yeah, thank you for that. Matt Gorman, what are the 2 questions your clients are asking you most about the tariffs?
How can we get an exemption? Number one, and that's your answer is as good as mine on that. But I think kind of similar to what Eric says is, what is this going to look like a week from now, 30 days, 60 days, right? And I think, going into the weekend, there was some like, okay, we kind of see where things are going. It's a negotiating strategy, not a new world order. Bessent's more the face of it. But then you have Lutnick and Navarro out in the Sunday shows yesterday. And I think everyone was kind of very surprised about kind of where they took their messaging, where, especially Lutnick on This Week. And so I think that is kind of injected a little bit more uncertainty. I was surprised, actually, and pleasantly surprised on how well the markets rebounded today on that. And hopefully that continues. I'm curious. I haven't yet seen what Bessent told Bloomberg, I believe this afternoon. I'm curious what he said. But that is really kind of the 2 big things outstanding right now.